it's Amani. If you didn't know, I used to work at a convenience store, which is great, yay, retail. Anyway, um, at the time, I was just trying to get more experience so that I can make a better resume and have some references and all that. I'm going to give this place a fake name because I don't know if they can sue me or if I'll get in trouble, but they're pretty well known, so let's just call this place Wrong Way. I was a cashier at Wrong Way. I didn't work at this place for a super long time, but it was almost a year. Now that I say that, it sounds pretty long, but keep in mind I didn't work there full time. I was part-time there and part-time at another job, so it seems like a shorter time. I usually almost did the closing shift, starting at 2 or 3 p.m. and ending at 10. Obviously, I didn't do this by choice, but I never asked why I was always working during this time. One night, only a couple months into working this job, I got one of those customers. He was buying some beer, and so I scanned his items, asked for his ID, and after I checked to make sure it was real, I told him his total. This man started to have a small conversation with me. It was normal for customers to start conversations. It's a way of engaging them and was part of my job anyway. He was complimenting me a bunch and I would say thank you and smile even though I was wearing a mask. He couldn't really see it. At the time I didn't realize he was flirting with me. Remember how I had to see his ID before? This guy was old, if not older than my own father. The creepiest thing was at one point he invited me over to his house. When I declined, I said my age. He leaned in and said in a low voice, "Don't let your age define you." There was a piece of plexiglass between us, but if there wasn't, I bet you he would have tried to grab me or something. I only saw this guy one other time, but never again. I feel yucky just thinking about it. Please don't flirt with cashiers. Most of us just want to do our job and then go home. There was another lady who every time she saw me, she had to insult something about me, saying that I was always in a daze because I didn't remember her. She would always say please but never said thank you and was always in a hurry. Would it kill you to have some manners for once? I guess so. I mean, sorry, but if I wasn't working here, this place wouldn't have enough employees to keep running. So maybe think about the bigger picture before you bully someone. I could have quit, but I didn't. Honestly, I feel kind of mean talking about her like that, but she was never nice. Another man called me stupid. Let me explain. I told him his total, and when he gave me the cash, I was just double checking to make sure that's what he meant to give me. Sometimes people would hear me incorrectly and give me the wrong amount, so I just wanted to make sure before I typed the number in. He thinks because I needed to double check that I was dumb. He told me straight to my face that I was dumb and that nobody seems to know anything except him, and that it's sad. I just smiled and stood there waiting for him to leave because I had a line. The people next in line didn't appreciate that he called me stupid, and one even called out "stupid old man" as he was leaving. I won't lie, that one gave me a little satisfaction. That sounds so bad, so don't tell anyone else, okay? This is our little secret. The last one isn't exactly a customer, but it's more something that's just a surprise. So, Wrong Way was on the corner between condos and surrounded by different neighborhoods. Families came in all the time, and this wasn't the type of place where violence is common. During this whole COVID thing, people would remind each other to wear your mask or pull it back up if it's slipping down. One man, who was a man of color, this is important, was standing by the door out of people's way. He had his mask pulled down because he was on the phone, and we all know how hard it is to hear some people normally with these things over our mouths. A customer who was a white man, also important, who had just got his stuff told him to put his mask up as he was leaving. I I don't know who said what or why it happened, but it escalated quickly. Before I knew it, they were yelling at each other and went outside. They were yelling so loud we could still hear them in the store. I wasn't able to figure out what was being said, but I was able to pick out whose voice belonged to who. Then after a couple minutes, they both came back in. The white man followed by the colored man. I don't know why they came back in, but suddenly the colored man pushed the white man down, yelling at him, calling him a lot of bad words and calling him a racist. Like I said, when they were outside, I couldn't make out what they were saying, so maybe he said something, maybe he didn't. I don't know. What I do know is that everyone gasped. I was terrified and had to give the police a statement the next day. I don't think I ever saw the colored man again. The white man did break a bone when he got pushed, but he's okay now. It was scary to witness, though. I don't have any other comment on it. Also, one day we found poop on the floor. Anyways, those are some of the interesting stories from my time working at Wrong Way. Do you have any interesting stories from work? If so, I'd love to hear them. I've been gone for a while because my microphone actually broke. So in the meantime, I've been trying to get better at making videos. And I think I sound less awkward than I used to. I don't really know if you can tell, but I feel better about it. I think that's all I have for right now. Anyway, have a good night and I hope all your dreams come true.